it's time to wake up and start your morning brew. Coming to you live every morning from his home studio or wherever he is at 8 a.m. It's time to start your day with a cup of Jon Jon. Now here's your host, the boy so nice they named him twice, Jon Jon Lannen.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Cup of Jon Jon Podcast. I, of course, am your host, Jon Jon, and we are now at episode number 99. That's right, we are one away from 100, and I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting this pod. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. I cannot believe we're about to hit 100 episodes of the Cup of Jon Jon. This little podcast that could started really as a little test during quarantine when the pandemic first hit the world. I didn't know where we could go or what we could do, so I decided what I know how to do best, and that's create. And more importantly, podcast. So that's what the Cup of Jon Jon is, our daily dose of positivity and inspiration in podcast form. With that being said, we share an inspirational quote or motivational message that we share actually at the Jon Jon & Co. Instagram page, which is just at Jon Jon & Co., which is spelled JonJonAndCo. Head over there and give us a like. And while you're supporting, if you're listening on an Apple device, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate this podcast. Those reviews help this podcast tremendously. So again, head over to the Apple Podcast app. If you're listening on an Apple device, search for the Cup of Jon Jon and review this podcast. I thank you guys so much for the support. And before we begin, I of course want to wish you all a very happy Monday. I hope you guys had a weekend full of rest and productivity, and most importantly, fun. But without further ado, let's get right into today's message of the day. Today's message is, be a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. That's right, folks. Today's message is, be a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. Be adventurous, stand out, and most importantly, be yourself. Stand out in that flock of pigeons. Be and embrace the hot pink flamingo that you are. Stand out in a flock of pigeons. You are uniquely you. You are the only person in the entire universe who's experienced the life that you have, the struggles that you've overcome, the goals you've achieved through your mind, body, and soul. Nobody else has that journey except for you. So that in itself, if you need any other reason to believe how special you are, remember that. You've lived this life. It may feel like we're just a bunch of pigeons, but know that our life experiences warrant and make us flamingos. So that's my challenge for today, and that's the message of the day. Stand out like a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. A hot, pink, bright, neon flamingo in a flock of pigeons. That's the message, friend. Let us keep that message at the forefront for everything that we do this week and on. I want to thank you guys again for listening to the Cup of Jon Jon podcast. I love you guys so much for listening, and I'm so grateful, and I cannot believe the next episode will be episode 100. My name's Jon Jon, and until next time, ta-ta!